Hey guys, welcome, welcome, welcome. We'll wait a few minutes and see who comes on here. Let my nerves settle a little bit. But I'll tell you who I am. I am Angie Ballard. I am a fashionista elite and have been for 2 years now, hoping to break that. So I want to talk about the power of your story, whether or not the extreme or whatever your story is, how important that story is to share, because there is someone out there that needs to hear that for the day. So sharing it is hard. It can be hard sometimes, and we'll go through all that. And no, I don't have notes, so I might bounce around a little bit. Hey, Candace. So if you're joining or watching the replay, just fast forward past all this waiting and jibber jabber and nerves calming. So hello, Misty. Thanks, guys. Share with your teams or invite whoever you need to invite. How is everybody? Say hey. I guess I could invite somebody. I usually don't, but let me see if I can get some people on here. Okay, let me get Shelly. Alright, does she not come up first anymore? Because she's not on here. I'm talking to myself. It is something I do. I'm probably about the only one that doesn't argue with me. Well, I can't invite her for some reason. Hello, yeah, let everybody tell me where everyone's from. Thank you. Now, I will probably mangle many names, and I apologize up front. I'm very sorry. Cheryl Moore from Angler, and there's not an L. If you can tell by my accent, I am from the South as well. This is not the replay, Tanya. This is live and in person, honey. Texas, Michigan. Thanks, guys. Thanks for joining. Ease my nerves. Let's work into this a little bit. I am originally from Asheville or Lester, North Carolina, a little dot suburb of Asheville, North Carolina. I know where you are, Miss Candace. Hello, Brenda. So, and I lived there my entire life, and I'm afraid to touch this, but I got to put that below my mouth. I lived there all my life. It's all I ever knew until 2 years ago, and that's part of my story. I just picked up and left because I could do it now with Paparazzi, and moved to a state, Oregon, the western side of Oregon. I'll go back and see if I can get all these comments. And moved by myself, single, to another state where I didn't know anyone, but for the most part, I reconnected with my biological dad, who was in the States. So that's why I came here, and then I've been working on that with him. So anyway, Pennsylvania. I got it right. Yay! So I'm in Oregon. Long story short, I jibber jabber quite a bit. So y'all got to kind of keep me reeled in, because I'll go down that rabbit hole. Can y'all see me okay? I am cleaning and sanitizing. I have a shop, a small little boutique, and I'm having to clean and sanitize it so I can get some people are wanting to come in and shop. So I got to take care of that. So my room is demolished right now. Good, Nicole. Thank you. Let's see. From California, Fresno. I've got to get down that way. Greenville, Tennessee. I'm not far, or grew up not far from you, Beth. Asheville in western North Carolina. So, Charlotte. Let's see if I'm missing anybody. There's Miss Lori. Hey, girl. Lori Price and I love her to pieces. Hey, Steph Baker. I met at Elite Summit last year, and someone, I can't remember who it was, sent us a picture. Oh, it was Angela Small, said, "It's crazy how you and Steph look so much alike." So I love Steph, and I love Angela too. Okay, we're getting up there. So I don't want to wait here too long. I don't know what the protocol is with cutting it off and getting it going. So I'm a little flighty sometimes. Yay, Misty, congratulations. Thank you, Lori. I know where you're at, babe. And Steph. I don't know where you're at, Steph, but I do know you. There's my girl. Hey, Jessica. Okay, I'm getting some familiar faces, so my nerves might ease a little bit. Hey, Marcia. So, this is what the deal is. The deal peel with Angie B. I'm Angie Ballard. I've been a consultant since August of 2015. So 4.5, almost 5 years now. I don't want to tell too much just yet because that whole thing is my story and my training. Once you hear it, my training in this bit in my business is the power of finally giving in and finally getting enough nerve up to quit being scared and step out of your comfort zone and share your story. Like I said, your story will not, most of the cases are not my story, but it is real to you and it is your story and someone needs to hear it. So it took me a while to get to that point, to step up and out, to share the things in my life. And I'm going to do this a little different this training because I know there's been others who have shared and trained on the power of and why you should share your story. So I'm going to maybe go a little bit more into my specific story and how each step of that, what it's done for me. And the only reason I've been able to do this is because of paparazzi. My entire life I have been ashamed and hid, and I'm emotional. So know that I usually do cry because it's personal to me. And I can't look at comments because that'll make it even worse. So I'm not ignoring you. I'm just trying to get through it. But the most of my life I have had since I was 7 years old. Things happen in my life that I have felt ashamed of and embarrassed of and hidden. My best friend, who is Shelly Ramsey, y'all probably know her. She just hit Jet Setter. Her and I have been best friends since we were 10 years old. And I give her a lot of credit for what has happened in my life since paparazzi. And I get emotional when I talk about her as well. So, just being able to finally, she's the only one growing up in my entire life that does know all about me. And until paparazzi, she was it. So I went on a soul searching and trying to work things out that I didn't realize I needed worked out until this job. So that's what I'm going to talk to you about. And steps of the way, I'm going to tell you how it affects and what it can do for you financially, personally, and in your business. It's crazy, the positive effects that just finally giving in and being okay and knowing that I never thought I thought I was weird. I thought I was alone and different in most things in my life. And knowing that I'm not, and knowing that you can help someone by sharing that is kind of priceless, and it changes your life. So, hey Tammy Griffin, hey Tara, where do I start? So I am fashionista elite with paparazzi. I have been elite for 2 years now. And when I started, I have to start at paparazzi and then go backwards. So my best friend, Shelly Ramsey, came to me and she was like, I want you to have a party for me. And I said, and you'll understand more because I'll explain. Sorry, that glare is bothering me. That I'll tell you more about it, but I want to tell you this first. So she came to me. Let's have a party. Have a party for me. I said, okay. What are we doing? And it's always we. It wasn't what are you. It's what are we doing. 38 years now we've been doing we. So, and she said, have a jewelry party. And I said, what? Jewelry? Shell, what's going on? No. Are you serious? You're pulling my leg. And she said, no, really. I have researched and prayed and all direct sales and multi-level marketing companies. And it keeps bringing me back to this $5 jewelry business. The reason my reaction was that, and the majority of the people who know me think jewelry, Angie, Shelly, Angie, really? Well, we were top-notch ball players, tomboys from the knee-high to grasshopper kind of tomboys, dirt bikes, four-wheelers, three-wheelers, and softball, you name it, basketball. We were it. We were ballers. So that was never anything inside my wheel of anything. It never registered to me. And then she started explaining it to me, and I said, okay, we'll have a party, but I want to do it with you. So, and Shelly did hers like a surprise. When we started, there was no Facebook Live. So we did a surprise launch party at my house, my apartment, and we just had from noon until whatever time, a drop by. Come by, see what we got. And maybe 6 or 8, I'd say, of our friends stopped in whenever they could. And we sold everything. I mean, they were fighting over, we hit a box, of course, and we said, oh, look what we found. Well, there's only one piece of each, so these ladies were kind of arguing over it, and I could not believe it. And I knew immediately that my brilliant best friend had once again done something here that could possibly change our lives. Not in a million years would I have thought that what magnitude it has changed our lives, but she's pretty smart. She's the smart one in the duo, I like to say. She's the focused. I need to turn that down. She's the focused one. I'm the flighty one. And just listen to me a little while and you'll totally understand what I'm saying. So anyway, we had that launch party. I signed with her. So bam, we did this. So this was August of 2015. So I have to start over now. Back up almost one full year before that. September 5th, 2014. I was in a car accident that because a kid pulled out in front of me and negligent, in a blink of an eye, my life, as I knew it, had changed immediately. At the base of my skull, my C1 and odontoid were shattered. I was internally decapitated. My head was literally broken from my body. It's a very specific injury, more severe, and I'm not saying my accident's more than yours or I got hurt more than you. That's not at all what I try to do. I just try to explain the difference and the severity of my specific injury to me. 97% of the people, and my back was fractured in 2 places. Hey Pam, C1 and odontoid shattered at the base of my skull. So literally what held my head to my body, my neck to my head to my neck was gone. 1 millimeter of bone held me together. And my back fractured in 2 places. 97% of the people with my specific injury are dead. 97% are dead. 2% that survive are paraplegic. 1% of the people with my specific injury survive and walk again. Not only am I 1% of that, but because of Paparazzi, I am now 1% in this company as well. I'm a 1%er, guys. I'm 1% surviving, and I walked again. And my life is very different but I'm here. So I was, you can imagine how, well, some probably can't imagine, but I have always struggled with, I'll tell you about it, things in my life that were not fair, and I should be used to it after you hear my story and the things that's happened in my life. This part of my story wasn't really the hardest part to finally share, but along with this has helped me, has shown me how much I really needed to share the other stuff. So over the past 2.5 years since I started sharing, this has, as slowly I've added onto it and onto my story, and brought more out. So, and I have a stutter too. So the more nervous I get and anxious, I will probably stutter more. So just know this. I've lost my, and I have a cognitive thing too. So if anybody thinks they can't do this job, do their business, work their business in any but in any form or fashion, please watch me for a week. 1 week, watch me, and I'll prove to you that you can do it. I promise you, you can do it. If I can do it with the stuff that I have to do and live with now, you can too. I promise you, you can. So let's get back to my story. Started at about 7 years old. And this part I will probably rush through only because when I was 7, I had a little sister. She was 5, and in a tragic accident, she was shot and killed. She was dead at 5 years old, and I was 7, and it was a family member. It was a careless, stupid accident, but still, she was gone, and I lost. In one fell swoop there as well, I lost, which I realized later because of this, and counseling after 42 years old. I never had any kind of counseling for anything that I'm about to tell you about, except for one incident. She was gone, and my sister was dead, my dad had to go to prison, and my mom went to working 2 jobs to support me, and just to support her and I. So in one fell swoop, my family was pretty much gone. I don't remember the majority of my childhood because my coping mechanism, now I know that my coping mechanism is blocking it out. I block it out and I don't deal with it. So that happened, and as soon as that happened, a family member was molested from that point on until I was 13 when he passed away. That man died. So I have an issue with men in my life, I guess you could say that. And then my first boyfriend at 16, I was kidnapped, strangled, and left for dead. And this was severe stalking over a couple years with that guy. Then I was raped at 18. So I ended up finally getting married at 23, had my first kid at 24, and 28, my second child. So that was a very mentally abusive relationship. My family doctor kept telling me, Angie, this is going to hit you, because I refused any medication. I refused to deal and handle with my life. I really did. So my family doctor kept saying, Angie, your life is going to hit you, and it's going to hit you really, really hard in your early 40s. And boy, did he nail that. He nailed it. So he... in the meantime with this, I divorced at 40, and I just kind of, I was always the good girl. No, I did nothing. I was a mom, and I did right. Well, then I got divorced, and I got out from under the thumb of a controlling man, and I kind of went a little crazy, but I kept it reeled in. So back up to when I was in early high school. After that, my mom never remarried, never dated or brought anybody home around me. She did not do that. She met a man and Tony, and they were together 24 years, and this gets me. So I had issues with men, and Tony was the first man in my life that was like wanted to be with me, or be a daddy to me. So anyway, we lost him, and that was a huge devastating blow to me. May 27th 2009, so the date of his death is coming up, and we buried him on May 30th 2009 on my 37th birthday. So it's just a bunch of stuff that really hit me hard, and I started making some pretty poor choices. And then come along my accident, and I really checked out. Everything hit me. So when this kid pulled out in front of me, my injuries were some that were described to me by my neurosurgeon as one of the top most painful injuries to recover from, if you recover from it. So, and they nailed it. It was hard. And not only that, I'm fiercely independent, crazy fiercely independent, and I don't ask for help. Never was one to ask for help. Well, I couldn't. My mom had to feed me, bathe me, roll me over, pick me up, stand me up. That's what had to be done. So my children couldn't be with me. My kids had to go with their dad because I couldn't take care of myself. I lost everything. And this is 1 year before Paparazzi. I lost everything. I didn't have a house. I didn't have a car. I lost all of who I was. Seriously, the woman girl that I used to be was gone. I made poor choices. And to kind of not feel, I started drinking a lot. And then that didn't help. It wasn't good enough. I was still crying every day. And this was after I could move and get up and start doing again. I went on to drugs, and that was doing it. I was numb. I couldn't feel anything. And I made horrible choices that hurt everybody I loved, including my best friend. So when she comes to me in that state that I was in, and still believes in me enough to want me to be a part of what she's doing, this paparazzi $5 thing, that was pretty amazing. And at the time, I didn't realize that that's what I was needing, was a rope, a lifeline, because I had lost hope. I didn't care if I woke up. I didn't care. I was trying to kill myself without putting a gun to my head, is how I like to explain it. So that's what I was doing. That's the lifestyle that I was in. And showed pretty much a lot of faith and love and trust for somebody to extend that to me when I never thought I'd ever again be somebody anybody would trust, believe in, look up to, or find an ounce of inspiration from. That girl was gone to me. So, this was the beginning of me rebuilding. I didn't realize it at the time, because this was from January on until we signed in August of 2015. And then even after that, Shelly took off. She went on and rocked it. And I still had my head up my tail, and the poor woe is me, poor pitiful little Angie, because I was mad. I was so mad at God. I was so mad at what had been done to me. and I didn't understand it. Everything in my life had come down to that accident and that surgery, and it had all hit me, and I was so mad to the point of not wanting to wake up. And I didn't step up, and I didn't work my business for 6 months. And then on our first Empower Me Pink in Raleigh, North Carolina, I went. Me and Shelly and another friend, we went, and that right there, being around the people that is in this business, the positive people who truly and genuinely care and want the best for me, and all of y'all, everybody, and this is the true people that we are blessed enough to be working with. That being around that mindset of people put a fire under me that set me on a path that I'm so blessed and grateful for. It's done so much. Y'all just don't even know. So when you get sharing stuff like I just told you is hard. It's still hard for me, because when you doing this it makes you vulnerable. It exposes you are exposed, and you do catch criticism and some negativity for bearing your soul and how wrong you were. But for the most part, doing this, and if you step up and do it, I have healed myself. Paparazzi helped me heal, because it just takes so much of you to do this, to expose yourself. And when you have, in your story may not be my story, that is irrelevant. It's irrelevant. If getting out there, and when I had total strangers crying and thanking me because now they don't feel like they're the crazy one like I always felt, and like they are alone in this world and no one else is going through what they're going through, somebody needs to hear that. And I did, and it helped total strangers that I never in a million years thought that would do. You have a story, whether you believe it or not. Everybody has a story. It's real to you, it's powerful to you, and it will be powerful to someone else if you share it, if you talk about it. I couldn't do full blown out at all at one time. The parts of what I told you growing up are recent additions to my story, and I share it now because not all the details to it, but I do share that now because I have personally felt the effects of the healing that it can bring, it can give you. It's Misty Kirby has always said that jewelry is I'm nervous, so I can't say it exactly right, but our platform is love. Yes, we're jewelry, but our platform is love. And I believe anything Misty says, you should too, but I wasn't experiencing it at the time when I first heard it. I know it now, and I pray that everybody can. When you open up, you heal yourself. You help other people. You have to work on yourself for 2 years. For 2 solid years, I had to work on me for growth. And I realized this. I had to be okay with Angie. And I never realized this before $5 jewelry. Never did I accept my faults. Never did I face them. Never did I face my past. Never until this business and the challenges. And I really thought about what and the reasons behind specific challenges and what they were asking us to do. It is to better your business. It is for growth. But for that to happen, you need to grow yourself. I would never be an elite member of Paparazzi if I was still stuck in the same woe is me, everybody's out, everything's against me, the world's against me kind of mindset. I had to change that. I had to. If I wanted any kind of life, not even about paparazzi, if I wanted any kind of life, I finally realized what I had to do. I had made a post not long ago that I got in one of those guys after my divorce was very abusive, and he hurt me, and I had to go to court, and the judge one of the rules or whatever it is to one of her judgments was that I had to go to counseling. She was forcing me to go to counseling to pick back. She told me, these were her words, I promise you, that my picker was broken, that I had to go to counseling to pick better men. That's what she made me do. So I lost that, but that is one of the only time I had counseling. And but sorry, this happens all the time. My brain goes blank. So I'm sorry. Like I said, just watch me for a week, and I promise you'll have no doubt that you can do this. It changed my life. It can change yours. Stepping out of your comfort zone is a real true thing, guys. And beyond that comfort zone is a whole nother world that you never would have thought was there. I'm a better mother. I'm a better friend. I'm a better human being because I faced things because of this business, and I changed things in my life because of this business. Is it hard? Yes, it's very hard. And I know you hear it all the time. It's hard, but it's worth it. I promise you, it's so worth it. What the other side to sharing your story is sharing your story with your team, your downline. I feel, and I know how important it is to share with your team and your downline, because most of your team, when you get to a larger team, they don't know you as a leader, really. You have legs and legs that they're 13 deep, and for real, they don't know you as a person. And you are on there on your team page saying, hey, do this, or hey, take my advice and do that, as a leader. And there's people, they have no reason to believe you or to trust you as to, why should I do that? Why should I do that? Just because she says so. I don't know her. They don't. And that's a logical sense of a path to think. The way I like to tell people is that I am asking my team, my downline, to go into battle with me. You're going to battle with me. So you, my team, they have to know who I am, where I came from, what I started with, and what I want as my goal in this business. That's so important to let your team know, your downline know, for them to believe and trust you in any way. And you have to have that connection to grow. You have to. You can't overlook that. It can't be something that you let fall to the wayside. You start with sharing with your team. Hey, Anna, start sharing with your team, and that gives you courage to finally go out there. I mean, Facebook or wherever, You reach the masses and the most people, and can affect the most lives in your life by Facebook Live. I have no doubt about that. It's proven over and over. Sharing is the best thing. When I started this business, so I'll tell you my why. After all that mess, my why I started this business was I was broken. I was broken financially, spiritually, mentally, and physically. Every aspect of my being was broken, shattered, just like my neck and head was shattered. To me, when I started this business, I didn't have a car, I didn't have a home, and I was making seriously bad choices. That was $5 to me, was asking somebody with a car to take me to McDonald's and get me a McDouble, and maybe give them a little gas if they took it. That's what $5 was to me. That's changed. If your why isn't changing, then you're doing something wrong. Your why will always be changing, and it should. It should. My why has grown into something godly, I guess is the best way to put it. That's like something that takes over your body, and I want everybody to feel what I feel because of this business. I have gained so much in every aspect of my life. I have more confidence where I had none. I have good people in my life where I had crappy people. I just want people to feel this and let it take them over. Until you're in it, you probably don't get it. You have to get, the only way you can get it is by doing it and believing it and doing it again and believing it again and doing it again and believing it again, because this is not a one-time doing it and it's done thing. This is an every single day working on you, working to improve and be a better version of yourself. It's a constant work. If you open up and you share, that changed my life, that changed my business. When I did that first post on Facebook about my story and my why, from that point on, my business changed. And it was obvious how it was changing. It was so positive. It was so positive. And it was such good things and for me. And yes, there's negative from people, haters, but they're haters. And the majority ruled by goodness and kindness and support. And they will you too. These people are come to you. These people are in your business because of you. They're there for you. So let them know why you're doing this. Do make that connection not only with your team, but your customers and your friends. You will see your business evolve into and grow into something that is truly God sent. It really is. It's just there's no other way for it to be said or put. It'll change your life. I'm kind of jumping around. Notes usually don't do me any good, guys, unless, well, they don't. Because I get like this and I get focused and I can't even look down. I love you too, Tammy. So, the first time I went live, I threw up. So I'm kind of feeling like I might throw up a little bit now, too, after this. Because this is raw. And it's hard, but you can do it. You can do it. I promise you can do it. This company will give you the platform and the support that you need. I promise you, this company will not let you down. Your team won't let you down. Your Papa's sisters and family will not let you down. They won't. I love you guys. Hey, Kimmy. I don't think I can go back and answer questions because I won't make it through it. I might, when I'm close out, go back and see. I mean, I'm not going to go back, but if anybody has any specific questions that you would like to ask me, I would love to answer. So, hey, Dita, thank you. And I was warned that I might get a lot of friend requests. So follow me, please. My page is public. Please just, I greatly appreciate all, everybody wanting to be friends. And we are friends. We're connected now. But just follow me because we, as consultants, have to leave that open for growth and our new people and connections with people who are not already paparazzi consultants. Thank you, Tanya, and that is what I want people to know, that I'm pretty upfront, and I don't feel I'm fake. I'm kind of too honest sometimes, but I know this uncomfortable feeling that I have every time I do this is worth it. I told my first sharing a little of my story was a post, and it literally took me all day to make that post, to literally put it in writing and type it out and post it. It took me an hour to hit the post button. It drained me, physically drained me to do that. But I told Shelly, I said, after I calmed down and after I did post it a few hours later, I told her, I have never been so uncomfortably comfortable. And that's weird. That sounds odd or weird, but it's the honest truth. I've never felt so uncomfortably comfortable. It's the most uncomfortable position I've been in, sharing and bearing my messed up life, but it put me to a level of being okay with it and comfortable to where it has healed me. So, I don't know. Thank you guys. I just hope that because I told you, I hope you got something from this. It's not that, I hope you got something that you can carry on into your business and implement and help you grow, and help you. That's what I want this to do. No, my trainings aren't as technical or as great and amazing as the others are, because there are black and white things that we must know and implement and do for our business and to grow. Mine is not one of those, but it is just as important a tool to add to your growth within paparazzi and in life. So, I don't know. I think I will. Y'all are very welcome. Everybody's thanking me. Thank you for watching and listening to me. Because like I said earlier, never in a million years would I think anybody would want to hear or look or take anything I had to say as something they could use. So thank you guys for watching, and know for a fact this business will change your life. It changed mine in the depths and the crazy choices, bad things that I was making, and the person I was being that was not me. This gave me the courage and platform, and it can you too. No matter what your story is, it's your story and it's real, and somebody needs to hear it. So thank you guys. Thank you so much. I guess I'm going to wrap it up questions are kind of hard, I know that this training isn't, you don't have like, where do I go to do that, Angie? In the back office, or how do I get there from here? No, I can't. Those are not the questions that you would have for me. But if anybody has specific questions, that you can feel free to message me, and I will go back through these and try to respond to everybody. So just believe in yourself, believe in this company, and know you can do this, because you can. I love you too, Tammy, and I seriously love everybody on this team and in this company. I have an immense amount of gratitude and love for you, whether I know you or not, because we're in this together. You never knew me. Most of you didn't know me before this, but know that, I think you feel like I'm your friend, and I am. I just want good. That's what this company's done for me. It's made me want good and happy, good things for everybody. And you can get it. Just do it. Thank you so much. Thank you, Tanya. Thank you, Nicole, Linda. Thank you so, so much. And I hope you have a good evening. Bye, guys.